Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Rakuten Optimism 2021. My name is Nobu Uchida, and I will be the moderator for this session. The main theme of Rakuten Optimism this year is digitization. From the sessions yesterday, I think we all have had a chance to see the potential of digitization from the way we live and work. A key part of digitization is connectivity, but despite all the advancements in the mobile connectivity, according to reports, about half of the population of the world face barriers getting online. How do we connect the unconnected? The video you just saw is one solution to mobile connectivity being developed by US-based AST Space Mobile. AST's unique approach uses LEO satellite to provide terrestrial coverage from the space. To hear more about AST Space Mobile and their challenge to connect the unconnected, we are joined by Abel, Chairman, Founder, and Chief Executive Officer of Space Mobile. Hi, Abel. Thank you for joining us today.
Hey, good morning, Nobu. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. To hear, first of all, could you please tell us a bit more about Space Mobile? There have been a number of satellite-based connectivity solutions in the news recently. How is our Space Mobile different? What makes Space Mobile unique?
Well, what makes us unique is that this is the only space-based cellular broadband network that is designed to connect directly to regular handsets, regular cell phones, without requiring any special frequency chipset, service, app, anything. All what you need is your phone, and we will be able to provide broadband connectivity to them, regardless of where the person is located, regardless of the phone, or regardless of anything. So all what you need is your regular phone.
Okay, good. With Rakuten Mobile, we decided to take on the challenges of building world's first fully virtualized mobile network. This was not easy. We had our fair share of critics, with many in the industry saying it will be impossible. But with a lot of dedication and hard work, the first call was made in our network on February 2019. And just 1 year later, in April 2020, we launched full-scale commercial service. With AST Space Mobile, you are trying to do something no one in the industry has done before. What made you decide to take on the challenges?
Well, first of all, to do anything that is new and innovative, you have to do it differently than what you have done it before. So same happened when TV came, satellite radio came, satellite direct to home came. And, you know, we really have been thinking very, very hard how we can make the world better, how we can enable people to connect directly to their cell phone, regardless where they live or work. And also how to basically enable people to be better connected regardless of where they are. So that's a technical challenge, a challenge that we have been working very hard with innovators like Rakuten in order to bring it to the market. That has been a transformation of how satellites get built, designed, launched, and obviously used, as this is the first system that allows direct to cell phone connectivity, regardless where the phone is located or regardless the kind of phone you have located. So what motivated us to do this is the opportunity. I mean, the opportunity to change the world first and foremost, but the opportunity to tap in $1 trillion market. When you think about that $1 trillion market, that market has, as you said earlier, approximately 3/4 billion people around the globe without connectivity, without any connectivity. You have half of the world population without internet in their phone. So that's obviously a big opportunity. When you add to that the ability to save life be able to respond to emergencies, be able to offer a service anytime, regardless of the situation, and we don't need ground infrastructure to connect to phones. That is a great opportunity. That was a great motivation for myself, for my team. We've been in this industry for 25 years. We have seen all the evolution. We have seen the evolution from the satellite phones, the evolution into the broadband network using antennas or devices to connect broadband from satellite into homes and enterprises. And now there is a new era that we hope to be the driver of it, which is connecting broadband, your regular phone, without any modification of that phone in terms of apps, frequencies, the type of phone, and regardless of where you are. So that what motivated us to do something that nobody had done before. In order to do it, we needed to innovate greatly, partner with companies like Rakuten that obviously not afraid of being first. I mean, for us was an inspiration, Rakuten thinking of how to virtualize the network, do it for the first time, and not do it in a little bit, and doing it big, do it for a whole country of Japan, one of the most advanced and most connected countries in the planet, in a very, very mature market. So all of that is what it made us to be really focused in our technology, be very focused in how we make sure that this is sustainable technology for the next decades to go, as we really want this cellular broadband from space to be basically available for people in Africa, South America, some places in Asia where disposable income is low, all the way to the most rich countries where the expectation is basically have broadband connectivity, 5G connectivity, regardless of where you are. So we think that this is something that people will, right now, will, at the beginning, probably will be surprised that they will get this service, but in the future years, we anticipate that this service will be a service that people will demand it, as broadband connectivity is a human right. It's a need of people that is undeniable, the effect on the economic productivity that have to the population. So that was the motivation, Nobu, and that was the motivation also to partner with Rakuten, which we admire, we love as a partner, our implementation partner in Japan, our technology partner in terms of the INNOV, a network of ecosystems and systems that have break the way for us to now transform it from localized to make it a global through a space-based or broadband like a space mobile.
Okay, super. Let me just ask you a follow-up question on the same topic. I know that when in Japan, for example, if we explain our space mobile project to the many people, I think I'm hearing some doubt and the questions from the industry. You have been working in the satellite industry a very long time. Probably you have experienced something similar. What would be your typical response to those doubt and the questions?
Well, first of all, this has been a process, and by the way, a process that we have not carried by ourselves. We are a company here by the largest wireless company in the world outside China, Vodafone, the most innovative and new operator, but also obviously the largest player in e-commerce in Japan, Rakuten. We have been accompanied by the largest tower company in the world. And also, we don't do this by ourselves. We do this together with network operators. We have a methodology, a partnership agreement where we share the networks, we share their spectrum, we use their retail capability to hit billions of people, as close as possible to the 5 billion phones that exist today. So all of that has been an evolution to get to where we are. I mean, of course, you cannot do something that is transformational, that is exponentially transformational, without a lot of innovation and a lot of challenges. I mean, part of the value of what we're doing, that is something that nobody else has done before. So that value actually gets reflected in our IP, in the type of satellites, in the partnerships that we have. But all this is backed by a simple fact. You had $1 trillion market. You had half of the world population. You have 750 million people that do not have any service whatsoever. And that's the problem that we're solving. When you combine a very, very large opportunity with a very highly challenged technology in order to produce something that really will impact billions of people, you create a lot of value. And that value is reflected by how we will impact people, not only in developing countries, but in developed countries, by making people more connected, having a society that is more inclusive, not depending on where you live or work to see what is your access to telecommunications. So I will say, of course, it's different. If it were the same thing that the space industry had been doing for the last 25 years, 30 years, which is basically an industry driven by governments, very, only not for every government, only for few governments that had access to space. And now you have companies like us, SpaceX, and others that are basically privatizing, doing this privately, doing this with a lot of innovation. It is different. It is different. It's different technologically. Our satellites look completely different. They are completely different architecture that the type of satellites that have been used for the last 20 years. The type of usage of this service, of these satellites, is completely different. I mean, you have a satellite that is large, that is designed to connect directly to handset, is in LEO, so it's closer to Earth. So there's many things that change, and that is reflected in the number of patents and IPs that we have. We have around 1,200 patents and patent claims, and that's a reflection of how much innovation came to this. So what I will say to the naysayers, okay, wait and see. You will see us delivering. We have partnered with the best companies in the planet, Rakuten being center focus for us. We are piggybacking and working together with the ecosystem of Rakuten in order to deliver our technology. So I would say just wait and see. We're working hard. We have a launch coming imminently. We are industrializing our technology to be able to ramp up from few satellites a year to 6 a month, which is by itself a big industrialization achievement. And we are in a mission here, in a mission to connect everybody, regardless where they are, broadband into their cell phone. And that's a mission that is, for the first time, being attempted at this scale, and we will deliver.
Okay, super. Okay, great. Then my last question. 2021 has been a very big year for ST SpaceMobile. The company was listed on NASDAQ in April. You signed agreements with a number of mobile network operators. So what are other milestones for the project do you have coming up? What challenges are you facing? And how is the progress going for the service launch in Japan?
Yes, 2021 was a pivotal year for us, a very, very important year. We have been building the infrastructure to be able to achieve our mission. So the first thing that you do, in order to do that, you make sure that you're capitalized enough to deliver into what you're doing. So that's when we went public. We went public through a merger in an SPAC. We did that successfully. That have provided us all the capital that we need to launch the initial phase of satellites and basically complete all our technology development. So that was very, very important milestone in 2021. Get a financial background in order to be ready to deploy our technology. The second thing that we achieved this year is the partnership with the network operators that are part of our cap table. They are investors. Some of you have Rakuten yourself. You're a large investor in AST. We have Vodafone, which is the largest cellular operator in the world outside Japan. also outside China, also as an investor. We had American Tower, which is the largest tower company in the world. So this year, we don't only raise capital, we raise capital with the best partners together because all of them participated in our public offering. So we were very thankful and very grateful having them, not only on the private capital that was raised, but also in the public raising that we did. So that transformed the company a lot. That transformed the company where we were primarily financed by me personally at the very beginning to a company that is publicly listed. So we're very happy to have achieved that successfully this year. The other thing that we did this year that also we have been putting the metrics that our investors and followers are going to be tracking. One is the technology. That's the most important part. I mean, it's the launch of our next satellite. We had announced that we will be launching from Cape Canaveral in a window that is starting March 20 next year, and also a series of operators that are partnering with us to get into our service. So we had around 1.4, 1.6 billion subscribers that we can access through this partnership. So different than other business models that require a retail capability, require a spectrum, require a lot of moving part. Our service is very simple. We had a advanced technology that allowed us to launch these satellites. We launched them, we operate them. We partner with companies also we own all the technology, we own all the IP, but then we launch them into space. But the ground operation, getting to the customer, collecting money from the customer, and sharing the game that is enabled to the end user by accessing our technology, it is a partnership with the network operator. So during 2021, we have been ramping up the amount of subscribers that we can access. Is plus 1.4 billion subscribers approximately. When you add up all the network operators that we have signed up or have MOU, memorandums of understanding, to connect to them and use their network, their retail, and their capability to get to market. So that's another big milestone for us in 2021. The third one is how we get into the countries where we need to operate. We don't get alone. We don't do this by ourselves. This is in partnership with companies like Vodafone, Rakuten in Japan, and all the major operators that have signed up for our service. So we are keeping track of the number of countries where the operator, not us, is basically allowed to use our service in every country. This is country by country. We're making a lot of progress. We're focusing first on the equatorial countries where we're initiating the service with the first 20 satellites. So we make a lot of progress into that. So to answer your question, Nobu, 2021 has been a great year, a very strange year for us. A lot of design work has been done remotely by Zoom. So we were very remote before we became even more during the pandemic. But it has been an extraordinary year, and I think a great platform for the next year, 2022.
That's great. That's great. As you know, that we are also working very hard in Japan to change our regulations to allow this space mobile service in Japan, and also we are working very hard for the trial planning in Japan next year. So let's work together to accomplish that next milestone. And I'm afraid that this is we have time for today. And Abel, thank you again for joining us today. I know it's a really early morning for you. So thank you all for watching. We hope you all enjoy the rest of Rakuten Optimism 2021. Thank you.
Nobu-san, thank you so much. Hope to see you soon.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.